Hello dear students, welcome you to all. So dear students, from today we are going to start very important chapter in our syllabus, that is molecular basis of inheritance. So it is very important chapter related with board examination as well as NEET examination. This chapter it is very conceptual and therefore we have to understand each and every topic in depth and detail. So let's start with the chapter molecular basis of inheritance. Dear students, we know we already studied about the inheritance process. So we know transfer of genetic information from one generation to the next generation, it is known as inheritance. So that is transfer of genetic information from parents, that is from one generation to the next generation, that is to the offspring. The process it is known as inheritance, or simply we can say heredity. Now dear students, when the genetic information or characters they transfer, this occurs during the process of reproduction process. तो रिप्रोडक्शन के समय में हमको पता है स्टूडेंट्स कि पेरेंट्स दे प्रोड्यूसेस द रिस्पेक्टिव गैमीट्स. मेल पेरेंट प्रोड्यूसेस द मेल गैमीट, फीमेल पेरेंट्स प्रोड्यूसेस द फीमेल गैमीट्स, then male and female gametes they unite with each other and formation of zygote, and from that zygote there is the formation of the new individual or new offspring. So that is the phenomenon of reproduction process, where the character or genetic information they transferred from one generation to the another generation. Now dear students, gametes it is now one of the cell of the body. Gametes में ऐसा कौन सा मॉलिक्यूल है या ऐसा कौन सा सब्सटेंस है कि जो कैरेक्टर्स या जेनेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन को इनकोड करेगा या जेनेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन को पेरेंट से नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए ट्रांसमिट करेगा. तो ऐसा वो कौन सा मॉलिक्यूल है? इस सर्च में सबसे पहला कंट्रीब्यूशन या सबसे पहला स्टडी हमको पता है, इट वाज गिवन बाय साइंटिस्ट मेंडल. तो वी नो मेंडल फादर ऑफ जेनेटिक्स. सबसे पहले साइंटिस्ट जिन्होंने इस डायरेक्शन में कुछ स्टडी किया था वो मेंडल थे. मेंडल ने सबसे पहले बताया था कि पेरेंट्स से गैमीट्स में देयर इज द प्रेजेंस ऑफ नाउ फैक्टर्स. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू मेंडल देयर आर factors. Factors they are the determinant of genetic information and factor carry the character to the next generation. ये observation था, that was the Mendel. Okay. Now Mendel's factor term it was converted into genes. So Mendel factors now it is now known as genes. So another scientist Johnson in the year 1909 he coined the term genes for the Mendelian factor. So that Mendel work was about in the year 1865. So that was the first scientist who studied in this direction. उन्होंने ये कहा कि पेरेंट्स से जो गैमीट नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में ट्रांसफर हो रहे हैं उसमें फैक्टर्स होते हैं जो जेनेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन को एनकोड करेंगे, कोड करेंगे और कैरेक्टर्स को नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में कैरी करेंगे. ओके स्टूडेंट, अब इसके आगे की स्टडी में इन फर्दर स्टडीज अनदर साइंटिस्ट नेम्ड एज Sutton and Boveri. So Sutton and Boveri in the year 1902 they give a very important theory in genetics, that is chromosomal theory of inheritance. In chromosomal theory of inheritance they said that factors or that genes which is responsible to carry this genetic information to the next generation via gamete, they are located on chromosomes. So they are located on chromosomes. So they said that chromosomes they are the filamentous structures, and on this filamentous structure factor or genes they are located in this linear manner. And that genes, so it is suppose chromosome, there are genes arranged in linear arrangement, and that genes are the structure which will be responsible to carry that genetic information to the next generation. So that was given by the chromosomal theory of inheritance given by Sutton and Bovey. Okay students, आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब इसके आगे के स्टडीज में, इन फर्दर स्टडीज, इट वाज प्रूव्ड दैट जो क्रोमोसोम जो है, इट इज अगेन मेड अप ऑफ टू पार्ट्स. वन, इट इज न्यूक्लिक एसिड, एंड सेकेंड दैट इज द प्रोटीन. सो क्रोमोसोम इट इज मेड अप ऑफ न्यूक्लिक एसिड एंड प्रोटीन. दो पार्ट से ये क्रोमोसोम बना है जो कैरेक्टर का डिटर्मिनेंट है, जो कैरेक्टर को नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में कैरी कर रहा है. ये दो पार्ट से बना है, न्यूक्लिक एसिड और प्रोटीन. अब न्यूक्लिक एसिड डिस्कवरी से रिलेटेड कंट्रीब्यूशन है साइंटिस्ट, दैट इज फ्रेडरिक मिस्चर. So Frederick Mister, they observed nuclei of pus cell. They observed that in pus cell, which is actually dead white blood cells, so dead white blood cell, they form the pus cell. In pus cell, they observed, suppose it is the cell, pus cell, they observed a particular unique material inside the nucleus of that pus cell, and he named it as a nuclein. That nuclein, it is now have the phosphorus and acidic nature, and therefore that nucleic acid, it was named by that nuclein, it was named as nucleic acid. The scientist was Altman. Altman used the word nucleic acid to the nuclein. So in this way, finally it was proved that chromosome, it is made up of nucleic acid and protein. In further studies, it was particularly come forward that nucleic acid, it is of two types, DNA and RNA. Okay. Now see here, पेरेंट्स से नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में कैरेक्टर्स या जेनेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन को कोड कर रहा है, कैरी कर रहा है क्रोमोसोम. क्रोमोसोम इट इज मेड अप ऑफ न्यूक्लिक एसिड एंड प्रोटीन. न्यूक्लिक एसिड में डीएनए एंड आरएनए. अब फर्दर स्टडीज में फाइनली ये प्रूव हुआ कि डीएनए और प्रोटीन में डीएनए इज द पर्टिकुलर मॉलिक्यूल which will be responsible to carry that character. So that is chromosome. It consists of protein as well as nucleic acid, suppose DNA. So not protein, but that DNA part of this chromosome, it will be responsible to code genetic information, and that will be responsible to carry that genetic information to the next generation. So now it is 20th century, and in 20th century it is now very clear cut that the information, genetic information to the next generation, it is carried by DNA, and therefore DNA, it is now known as genetic material. Clear students? आगे बढ़ते हैं. So students, we know DNA is the molecule which is responsible for the inheritance. Now, in next topic, we have to study about DNA is the genetic material. So, genetic material is DNA. Now students, we know chromosome carry the character. Chromosomes, they are made up of DNA and protein. So in the early 19th century, protein was considered that it is the genetic material. but up to 20th century it was clear that not protein but DNA is the genetic material. So to shift that belief from protein to DNA, certain experiments, so main 3 experiments they were performed to prove DNA is the genetic material from year 1928 to the 1952, and that 3 experiments they are meant for to prove जेनेटिक मटेरियल इज डीएनए. डीएनए जेनेटिक मटेरियल है, ये प्रूव करने के लिए 3 different experiment were performed and finally it was proved that DNA and not protein, DNA is the genetic material. Okay student, so in this topic we have to study the different experiments which are performed related or to prove genetic material is DNA. Now DNA जेनेटिक मटेरियल है, तो जेनेटिक मटेरियल में कौन से कैरेक्टर्स होना चाहिए, कौन सी प्रॉपर्टीज होना चाहिए व्हेन इट विल बी एक्ट एज अ जेनेटिक मटेरियल. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी नो स्टूडेंट्स, जेनेटिक मटेरियल मीन्स ऐसा मॉलिक्यूल which will be responsible for the expression and transmission. So it should carry out cell metabolism, then it should be responsible for expression and transmission of character. Genetic material, it should be undergo replication, so that it should be present in each and every cell of the body. Genetic material, it should be stable material, and finally it should carry out the mutations. तो जेनेटिक मटेरियल में ये प्रॉपर्टीज होना चाहिए, ऐसा ही मटेरियल जिसमें इस टाइप की प्रॉपर्टीज है वो जेनेटिक मटेरियल करके एक्ट कर सकता है, वो जेनेटिक मटेरियल हो सकता है. सो डीएनए इट विल हैव ऑल दिस कैपेबिलिटीज एबिलिटीज एंड देयरफॉर डीएनए इज द जेनेटिक मटेरियल. अब डीएनए जेनेटिक मटेरियल है, ये प्रूव करने के लिए 3 different experiments they were performed, and among that first experiment it was Griffith's experiment. So we have to study in detail about Griffith's experiment. Now dear students, in Griffith's experiment, Griffith it was British medical officer, and for his experimentation to prove genetic material is DNA, he select one microorganism, Streptococcus pneumoniae. So microorganism which was selected for that experimentation, it was Streptococcus pneumoniae, and that microorganism Streptococcus pneumoniae, it causes disease pneumonia. So it causes disease pneumonia in mammal. The mammal which was selected in this experiment, it was mice. So mice mammal, microorganism Streptococcus pneumoniae. Streptococcus pneumoniae is responsible to cause disease pneumonia. Okay, that Streptococcus pneumoniae bacteria, it is now have 2 types, or we can say 2 strains. So first strain, that is now known as S strain, Streptococcus pneumoniae. Suppose it is the bacteria, and that bacteria it consists of such type of capsule. So characteristic feature of S strain bacteria is presence of such type of polysaccharide capsule. So that is the capsule. So therefore it is the S strain or capsulated. It is S means smooth strain, because the colonies of that strain they appear smooth due to the presence of this capsule. So smooth strain, that strain it is also known as virulent. So virulent, also it is known as pathogenic. Also, it is known as S3 type. So in this way, many alternative names. So Streptococcus pneumoniae, bacteria, it causes pneumonia to the mammal. Streptococcus pneumoniae have two types, S type or S strain, and second one R type or R strain. Okay, S strain, capsulated strain, smooth strain, virulent strain, pathogenic, also known as S3 type. Second strain, suppose it is the bacteria, R strain bacteria, it is without that polysaccharide capsule. No capsule is there, and therefore it is known as rough strain. So in culture, it will appear rough due to the absence of this capsule. It is also known as non-capsulated. It is also known as avirulent. Also, it is known as non-pathogenic. So in this way, there are two strains, S strain and R strain. S strain is pathogenic, means it is able to cause disease in the mammal, that is the mice, and R strain, non-capsulated strain, it is non-pathogenic. So in this way, there are two strains of this Streptococcus pneumoniae. Clear students? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now, in his experiment, Griffith take R strain bacteria in one test tube. Suppose it is now the test tube. In test tube, suppose there are R strain bacteria. Culture of R strain bacteria is there. That R strain bacteria, it was taken in one micro injection. Small micro injection is there. And R strain bacteria was injected inside the body of mice. क्या किया गया? देखो स्टूडेंट्स, एस स्ट्रेन बैक्टीरिया लिए गए टेस्ट ट्यूब में. एस स्ट्रेन बैक्टीरिया को एक माइक्रो इंजेक्शन में लिया गया और माइक्रो इंजेक्शन वाज इंजेक्टेड इनसाइड द बॉडी ऑफ माइस, सो दैट आर स्ट्रेन बैक्टीरिया इंजेक्टेड इनसाइड द माइस. तो आर स्ट्रेन बैक्टीरिया जब माइस में इंजेक्ट होंगे, नेचुरली इट विल, they are non-pathogenic. R strain bacteria, they are not pathogenic, non-pathogenic. So mice, it will not suffer from pneumonia, and the result was mice survive or mice alive. Mice not dies. So that is first experimental setup with R strain bacteria. In second experimental setup, now they take in the test tube S strain bacteria. S strain bacteria is taken in the test tube, again injected inside the body of mice. S strain bacteria when injected inside the body of mice, the result was mice dies. So S strain bacteria, it is pathogenic in nature, and therefore when injected inside the body of mice, mice do not survive, it will dies due to pneumonia. So that is second experimental setup with S strain bacteria. आगे बढ़ते हैं. थर्ड एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप किया गया. थर्ड एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप में that S strain bacteria, it is taken in test tube. So same S strain bacteria is taken, and that S strain bacteria was allowed to heat. Okay, S strain bacteria with the help of heat treatment, they was now heat killed, so that S strain bacteria was, that strain was killed now. When injected inside the body of mice, mice do not suffer from pneumonia and survive. Clear student? Third experimental setup, S strain bacteria, but it was heat killed due to heat treatment, injected inside the body of mice. Mice do not suffer from pneumonia and survive. Clear? आगे बढ़ते हैं. फोर्थ एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप एंड इंपॉर्टेंट वन. In fourth experimental setup now, they take heat killed S strain bacteria. So heat killed S strain bacteria and mix with that R strain bacteria. अब देखो स्टूडेंट, हिट किल्ड एस्ट्रेन बैक्टीरिया जब माइस में इंजेक्ट किए गए, माइस सर्वाइव. इंडिविजुअली व्हेन आर स्ट्रेन बैक्टीरिया इंजेक्टेड इनसाइड द बॉडी ऑफ माइस, माइस सर्वाइव. तो दोनों को जब इंडिविजुअली माइस में इंजेक्ट किया गया, दोनों सर्वाइव हुए थे. क्लियर. अब यहां देखते हैं यहां रिजल्ट क्या मिला. सो हियर द शॉकिंग रिजल्ट वाज ऑब्जर्व्ड दैट माइस डाइज ड्यू टू निमोनिया. So it was that result it was beyond expectation. ग्रिफिथ ने भी ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था, क्योंकि हिट किल्ड एस्ट्रेन इंडिविजुअली दिया गया, माइस सर्वाइव हुआ. आर स्ट्रेन इंडिविजुअली दिया गया, माइस सर्वाइव हुआ. लेकिन जब दोनों को मिक्स किया गया, दोनों स्ट्रेन को, तो माइस मर. अब ये क्यों हुआ, कैसे हुआ, इसका लॉजिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन तो ग्रिफिथ ने नहीं दिया. अब ग्रिफिथ ने ही isolate the blood sample of the mice which was dies here. In blood sample he find out that now there is the S strain bacteria, live S strain bacteria. हालांकि यहाँ पर जो S strain बैक्टीरिया है उसको किल्ड किया गया, पर जो माइस मर गए हैं यहाँ पर, उसके ब्लड सैंपल में लाइव S strain बैक्टीरिया थे. अब ग्रिफिथ ने यह कहा कि यहाँ पर ये जो माइस मरा वो S strain बैक्टीरिया के कारण मरा. अब एस्ट्रेन बैक्टीरिया कैसे आए, ड्यू टू द कन्वर्शन ऑफ आर स्ट्रेन इनटू एस्ट्रेन, ड्यू टू द समथिंग और सम एजेंट विच इज ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम हीट किल्ड एस्ट्रेन टू आर स्ट्रेन. देखिए, अकॉर्डिंग टू ग्रिफिथ, हीट किल्ड एस्ट्रेन में से समथिंग, बाद में जिसको उन्होंने ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग प्रिंसिपल नाम दिया. So something that is the transforming principle, it is transferred from heat killed S strain to the R strain, and that transform that R strain into S strain. Non-pathogenic strain R strain, it is converted into pathogenic strain, that is the S strain, and therefore the mice dies due to the pathogenic S strain. Okay? और वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करने वाला मटेरियल कौन है, उसका उन्होंने नाम नहीं बताया. वो डीएनए है, हिट किल्ड एस्ट्रेन से डीएनए गया या प्रोटीन गया या और कोई मटेरियल गया, ये उन्होंने नहीं कहा. उन्होंने कहा कि कोई तो भी ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग प्रिंसिपल या समथिंग ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम दिस हिट किल्ड एस्ट्रेन टू द आर स्ट्रेन, विच ट्रांसफॉर्म दैट आर स्ट्रेन इनटू एस्ट्रेन, एंड देयरफॉर नॉन पैथोजेनिक स्ट्रेन कन्वर्ट इनटू पैथोजेनिक स्ट्रेन, एंड देयरफॉर माइस डाइज ड्यू टू दैट एस्ट्रेन. ओके, तो उसका लॉजिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन उन्होंने नहीं दिया. अब ये कैसे हुआ एक्चुअली, इसका डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन इट वाज गिवन बाय अनदर ग्रुप ऑफ साइंटिस्ट जिन्होंने इसी वर्क को आगे बढ़ाया. तो उसके बारे में देखते हैं कि यह सब कैसे हुआ.